Well, this is Rusty's final week on News 13. Friday's his last day, and Friday, where are you heading?
We are moving to Minnesota. It sounds far away. It's a very nice place. My wife has family there, and she grew up there, so we're looking forward to reconnecting. But first, this week, we're taking a look back at some of the stories I've had a privilege to cover over nearly 14 years, and today, just a fraction of the stories that I think that we should, and we certainly could, cover every day.
Stories about veterans have taken me to Washington, D.C. 5 times, 4 of those on an airplane, 1 on a bus. We also went down to Florida to follow a remarkable story of friendship during wartime. But why leave the Eastern Carolinas when there are so many impactful stories about veterans here to tell? I got to meet World War II veterans like Ted Ross, who in his late 90s still worked at Dillard's in Myrtle Beach.
Maybe by 5 I'm a little worn out, but I won't admit it.
Of course not.
No.
Why should you, right?
Yeah, I need the money.
John Sparks showed us his oceanfront condo before we took an honor flight with him and his best friend's son.
He had it mighty rough. I had it easy compared to Kelly.
Aubrey Anderson, after the Department of Defense finally awarded him his battlefield commendations, told me why he didn't want to possibly go fight in Japan after he endured Europe.
The whole 30 days out home, I'd wonder where to shoot myself at. I don't know where to shoot myself, the foot or the hand or where.
So you wouldn't have to go.
But I weren't going back.
As important as World War II veteran stories are, I really felt more drawn to Vietnam veterans. Maybe it's because they didn't say much to people for years, and many still don't. Guys who were still able to fight for something, like Lou Krieger. He has spent years trying to get federal benefits for veterans who, like him, suffered permanent health damage because of exposure to Agent Orange.
They're all getting cheated out of their lives, cheated out of, maybe seeing their grandchildren grow up, or even living to collect Social Security.
Or Jim Milstead of Brunswick County, who was on that patrol boat with the South Vietnamese crew that came under attack in 1971, and his friend Sean No was killed, or so Jim thought. He went more than 40 years without thinking differently.
But you both played an important role in each other's lives, obviously.
Well, I'll tell you, Rusty, it was like I said, when I was told that nobody survived, you got to let it go. You got to push it away or it'll consume you.
We were there in 2012 when Jim and Sean finally reunited in Florida, where Sean owns a restaurant.
So to come back and meet at this point in your lives?
It's a miracle. Purely, it's hard to even make it up. You just can't make it up.
Men and women of heroic character doing what they can to make sure that what they fought for remains worth fighting for.
My conversations with Jim Milstead, Mr. Anderson there of Horry County, all these guys and women, are just some of the most incredible experiences of my life, something that I am honored to have been able to do, and I think we need to do more of.
I can't imagine all of their stories. Their stories would be
incredible. Yeah, you think Saving Private Ryan was just a movie? I've had many people tell me to my face they saw much worse.